Let's first talk about the most important thing you can do as a solution to improve the majority of these things right here. And that would be get more sun, not to the point where you're burnt, but just exposure to light. There's some magical things that occur from sunlight. You have this full spectrum of visible light, but you also have invisible energy too. You have UV, you have infrared that's doing all sorts of wonderful things to your body, including helping you build up your melatonin reserve. Not to mention the sun giving you vitamin D, which vitamin D directly will decrease depression. It's a really good remedy, but you can't fix depression with low amounts of vitamin D. There's mixed studies on vitamin D. I looked at the studies, and most of the studies that say that it's ineffective, they're using like 400 IUs or 600 IUs or even 800 IUs of vitamin D3. That's not enough, especially with all the other factors that can block the absorption. So you're going to need at least 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 IUs of vitamin D to create the change that you need. Now, also from another angle, the sunlight can actually increase your serotonin, which does affect your mood. So sunlight through the retina, which is actually neurological tissue that's connected to brain tissue, that actually has centers that make serotonin in your brain. And so with more sunlight, you can help produce more serotonin, you can help bind and absorb more serotonin and increase your serotonin reserve versus being out of the sun. Now, if you can't be exposed to the sun because of winter or whatever, get bright light therapy. Huge results with bright light therapy. You have to get a full spectrum light and about 10,000 lux, and that's the light you need to put by your computer. And in the morning, okay, when you get up, if you're working on your computer or wherever, have this light, shining into your face for about 30 minutes. You're going to get huge results just from that alone. Also realize that cortisol down regulates serotonin. So if you are going through stress, okay, you're going to have to do something to reduce that because you're not going to see the benefits if you have this underlying stressful situation going on. Number two, fasting, the second most potent thing to raise your mood. Quick story. I interviewed this guy who decided to starve himself to death because he was so depressed and he wanted to end it all. Okay, so he decides, I'm going to stop eating, stop drinking, going into his room and locking the door. After the second or third day, he started feeling really good. He didn't know what was happening, but he started feeling really great. He no longer had depression. He no longer had suicide thoughts. Goes on his computer, discovers what he just did was fasting, finds my video. We do the interview, totally turns his life around because fasting repairs your brain, okay? And it can increase your cognitive function and definitely elevate your mood through various pathways, okay? So if you haven't done it, do it because it will get rid of your depression, especially the combination. Number three.